Hello, everyone. We are here tonight, Sunday evening, 7 p.m. EST and 11 p.m. UTC. For those of you that are getting here and hearing this after, welcome to the Eternity Podcast number 3, live and direct for you guys. We've got a great crowd here in the VC, and we're going to give you some updates and kind of give you a rundown of how everything's gone in the past couple of days. We're really happy with the results. The growth has been really unbelievable and fantastic. If you look at baked beans, which has reached, I believe, a 14 million, LTV in their system, we are way ahead of those guys for our first couple of days, and almost at 1,000 members here in the Telegram group. As well as, let me just refresh and give you the exact number of our users to be exact. 1 second. Okay, 689 users with a Crow balance of 912,148. Guys, we are almost at the 1 million mark. Over in our LTV, and that is something that we can all be really excited about. Everyone's been doing a really great job, especially here on the VC, of educating everyone on the 6-to-1 strategy, which is going to give them the most optimal return of up to 8%. So I just want to give a round of applause to every single one of you that have been putting the work in and making sure that everyone understands how this is done. Yeah, man, fantastic. So yeah, way ahead of schedule. There's a lot of hype and interest in the phase 2 that's going to be coming very shortly. We're estimating about a week. The devs are working as we speak, and we had the great pleasure yesterday of giving you guys a sneak peek as to what the UI looks. The feedback was also, I think, extremely positive. Everyone could see that it was done by a professional, Mr. Gordy, who is a branding with a master's degree and a graphics artist that has worked for really renowned brands around the world, in the real world. And him coming and working here, he's done like the crypto stuff, but not very challenging for somebody like that. This project really spoke to him. The guy dropped everything else he was doing and gave us that 18 and 20 hour a day commitment that was really necessary. And I can tell you, I've been pleasantly surprised, because usually people say, yeah, I'm gonna get this done on this time. But when it comes to execution and action, there are very few people that actually come through and deliver, which is so important with something like this. So that's the quality of the team. That's a commitment that we're seeing from really everyone involved, from the contract developers that have built everything from scratch, taking into account the security measures, taking into account that there's been a lot of unfortunate situations in the last couple of weeks of exploits that have really hurt quite a lot of people. That was our primary concern, as well as taking the systems that are currently we're implementing and upgrading them, not only from a security and solidity standpoint for exploits, but also of bringing this miner to the table, which doesn't have that exploit window that people could take advantage of. We're not going into a permanent loss. We're not going into a situation where there's even a token chart on this. So the response has been absolutely fantastic, guys. And like I said, we're way ahead if you look at the chart over there at Baked Beans on the miner. So we're gearing up here, getting everything plugged into user interface. And we just had a wonderful and fantastic meeting with our founding members of the syndicate. They're going to be the first 50 wallets and syndicate leadership that you're going to be able to sign in under. And we're going to come and introduce these people to you. They're people that we trust, that have been in the space for quite some time. We've got some big players from over in Drip, like Mr. SK, who we want to bring in and have him do a live session for you guys on how our system works, how the user interface is operating, and as well as how to be a great syndicate leaders. Because once you have 5 people under you, you already are a syndicate leader, and we are going to entrust you and hopefully encourage you to be a great leader and airdrop your community and be able to grow together where you're going to keep them. Because in this system, which is different and separate from the miner, you actually can switch who you're under. There is that capability to it, and in a way, it's fair because since it's a system that the taxes and everything flows upwards, and also with the airdrops back down to the syndicate members, you're able to leave if someone's not really taking care of you, if someone's not looking out for your best interest with those airdrops. That's a possibility that may happen. Some people might not be playing fairly, so you're not stuck with them forever and a day. You can actually just hop on over to a better team that's going to take care of you and reward you better for your time and your efforts and what you're bringing to the table. So you'll be able to get in line with any of those 50 founding members and switch among them, or switch between other syndicates that might have a really good team and that attract you. So that's something that we really believe is important, to give you that education, to let you know how the system works, so that later no one's feeling left out and no one's feeling that they weren't really taught how to run a proper syndicate, and not just about the airdrops, but in your marketing and in your education. There's a video that the team is working on that's going to guide people and be a tool for you to hand on over to your people that you're bringing into the miner, your referrals, and that's something that's very necessary. So we all have those tools. Not everyone has a lot of time to walk everyone through setting up their first MetaMask, or going from like some of the majors like Bitcoin or Ethereum into the Crow system, right? The Chronos chain. So that's going to be a tool that we will be able to get into your hands, and you'll be able to send that over. They could pause the video. They'll be able to implement the data into their MetaMask and get up and running. So besides that, there's other videos being worked on how the user interface for this temporary one that we have is functioning, as well as some other great tools for marketing as we gear up here and we start to prepare for onboarding more and more users to come and take advantage of the miner and create that 6-to-1 strategy with that wonderful up to 8% that you can look at it as a payday once a week. So look, that's kind of the rundown of our first intro here. I want to see if anyone has maybe a question or a comment before we continue with some other information. All right, I guess nobody wants to ask a question. So look, we want to also be very transparent and address. We are coming into Tuesday, the 7th day of the launch, and we have quite a good amount of people that have come in to help us get to that beautiful LTV, and we're expecting DER withdrawals to come. And that's a very healthy thing. We want everyone to actually take advantage and pay themselves and start getting that initial back. We encourage all of you to do that, to play the system that way. There are people that are coming with strategies coming from other miners, and generally they like to get in early and they want to hold. They don't want to claim because they want to take a better position. As you hit that claim button and that function, you will get your payout, which is fantastic. At the same time, you, by doing that, are taking let's say like a one step lower position into the whole percentage rate of the LTV. So those, even a little guy that can come into a system like this with a little bit of money in the beginning and decides to just hold for a couple of weeks without ever claiming, they're going to really put themselves in the most optimized position to reach really the top. And we've studied this and we've seen this before in other systems. So we don't want to discourage anyone from doing that. It is your investment. We do want to encourage you not to go over on the claiming side more than one time per week, because that will keep you at the optimal level. And claiming that one time is not going to hurt you. But it will, in a sense, give precedence to those that decide to come and stay. As we see most of you take those profits, there's quite a great amount of, we could call them investors or whales, that are going to seize the day and come with big pockets to pick up on that opportunity, as we could probably call it in the charts, buy the dip. So we're identifying and we're seeing that, and we think it's extremely healthy for them to come in. And we're looking forward to all of you coming in here and being happy, because there is such a great feeling when you're actually paying yourself, right? When you're seeing the investment work for you the way it has. The growth has been fantastic for pretty much everyone that's come in at this point. And we are so early that, having that long-term vision, sticking to it, it is absolutely healthy and great to take profits, and don't be concerned by doing so, and don't worry as the LTV is drained, to where it needs to be for all of you to get that 8%. The bigger investors and the founders are not going to take huge profits. I know that's a concern that has been brought up to me in the last 24 hours, and we've discussed that privately with the founders and in the syndicates, and they're all in line to proving to every single one of you that they're here for the long term. No one is going to take their full percentage. Most of them are actually going to just keep compounding. Okay. However, everyone has different financial situations, and they would want to take some drawdown. And there has been a limit as to what that would be, because some people have come in and they've invested heavily, and they've got a lot of rewards. So we've capped it. We've all pretty much falling in line to keep the health of the LTV, and make sure that the little guys, or someone that showed up today. I know from China we had a group of investors that invested 50 BNB worth of Crow into the system today. That's starting to take off, which is quite wonderful, right? Expected, but they went in hard today, and those guys are looking at a payout 7 days from now, right? So as we move forward and on a daily basis, others come and join, they're going to have their 7 days. Like we, as the first, have our 7 days, but they're coming in. Someone that came in 3 days into it, I've spoken to guys that come in our third day, and they have a different payout. So that's going to bring a lot of balance of how it goes up and it goes down, and it's all part of the system. So I just want to relate that to all of you. Do not be concerned. It's just normal. It's the first week, and there'll be the second week and the third week, and before you know it, there's so much moving in and out with everyone taking their claim on that 7th day, that the system will continue on a upwards trend as more and more people come in here. The 6 degrees of separation theory comes into play. We all know 6 people, and each one of those also knows another 6 people. And as people become more comfortable, as they're seeing that the team and the whole community, the guys that are here day in, day out in the VC, and educating and helping people with getting on Chronos, and how the strategy is benefiting, giving that information education, we're really seeing this take off and just keep actually growing. So that's something I really wanted to relate to you guys. Something I'm personally very content and satisfied with, seeing that commitment from the folks that got in the test part of our beta, and we're really the first investors in here. So they're very happy. They're thinking long term, and they have their hearts and minds in the right place, understanding that as the time passes and the more they compound, they're going to grow exponentially, just like the rest of us. We all have the same opportunity here. So with that said, I think that's pretty much all I have to report to you and bring you up to speed, giving you the information firsthand. And as everything is moving, and we are always going to be continuing to follow this method of 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC of coming to you and relating just to updates and answering any questions from you. I definitely want to keep you know a channel open, that if anybody ever wants to talk to me directly or have any questions, maybe the mods are not able to, or maybe just want to get to know me, I'm always going to be here at the same time. And I do this, it's my style. I've done it before. I want to have that relationship and the access, which I don't see a lot, and that's one of the main reasons that I do it. When you see that the team is dedicated and they're always here, that brings a lot of comfort and security into being able to access and not having that type of situation where you never get to talk to the team or the developer. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for anyone that might have a question or a comment or concern, or just wants to share how happy they are with this and how everything is going. Thank you all.
Hi, Atlas. I've got two questions for you, please. I believe you said at the beginning, but I actually missed it. Did you say that phase 2 was being implemented sometime next week?
Not exactly next week. I said within the next week, we are expecting.
Right.
We're not going to have a hard date, and we are actually doing it in a stealth launch. We're going to be very careful. We don't want people to take advantage of that launch and try to snipe the contract. And we've got some anti-snipe measures, as well as we're going to have some limits to the buy-ins in the first 24 hours. That we'll bring you up to speed before it all comes. But generally speaking, and looking at our timeline, we don't want to put a hard date. There could always be an extra day or two that would be needed. And there's always a purpose of maybe extending the day a little bit to be even more stealth. You had a second question?
Please, thank you for clearing that up. The second question I had was, because I've actually got a few of my own investors, and we're all quite new to this, so I've been following my syndicate leader Delo's advice, and we're all doing the 6 and 1. Is it better for yourself, and does it hurt the project if you, for example, did 13 and 1 or 29 and 1, or is 6 and 1 like playing the best method?
For the overall ecosystem, it is optimal. The more LTV that stays and continues to grow under you, it's healthy for the whole project. However, we understand and we want people to pay themselves. Psychologically, look, it's a great thing. You're making that sacrifice for those 6 days, and you're coming on a 7th day, and it's like a paycheck. Treating this as I think you look at it as a job, or the luxury of not having a job eventually if things go as we plan to. So it's really up to you. There are advantages to you personally not claiming and growing as some others move down their position with their claims. Those are funds that they're taking out and that are not being compounded, and they're not in the right side of the contract, which is Eon. If it's in there in your compound section as Crow, it is not working for you. So look, you're able to do that. I got to thank Delo for bringing you guys into that, because if financially you don't need the funds, right? If you're not in a situation that it's a necessity for you to pull that out, and you're willing to sacrifice to get a bigger reward, for the future, for tomorrow, for 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you are putting yourself at the top of the game. And we've studied this, and someone even with a little amount can end up being like a whale by playing that strategy. So it's really up to you how you want to do it, but absolutely it's good for the system. What is bad is people that want to claim, but they're getting punished for it as their actions. That's the beauty of this. It's instant karma. Those who hold and sacrifice the most get the most rewarded, and those who want to take their initial back earlier, and that's their strategy. If they play 6-1, they'll be at the optimum level. It's not going to really do a damage to their investment. But those that go further than that are definitely going to, let's say, feel the pain of not getting what they were getting before. So another strategy that I've been hearing around from some of the groups is when the seventh day, this first round of seventh day claims come, they're going to come in because they understand that there's going to be a lot more Aeon to be shared around. So I don't want to speculate how that's going to actually play out. It's not my position to do that. We all just have to let everyone do what they want to do for optimizing their investment, and continue to onboard other folks and get into the system so we can get the growth for all of us. We want that LTV to explode. We want people to feel comfortable here. We want that user interface that is professional, that stands out from everyone else, and then combining our phase 2 into that. Man, we've got a couple things we're working on that are really going to stand out and make others come to this ecosystem. Does that answer you?
It does, yeah. Thank you very much. I'm lucky enough to be in a financial position where I don't need to take a weekly wage from this, but so I would like to do the most optimal thing to grow my Eon. But on the other side of that coin, the last thing I want to do is hurt the project, because obviously creating sustainability works for everyone. So I just want to know, what I wanted to know was, is it detrimental to the project if I hold for 10 days, claim on the 10th day, or change that strategy? But you've answered that brilliantly. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's an all benefit, and if that's what you want to do, we absolutely encourage you, and would even probably applaud you. Let's go, Brad. Thank you for those questions. I appreciate it. Sometimes people are shy to talk, and when someone else comes and asks a question, I've been in that situation where I don't want to interrupt, or maybe I think my question isn't intelligent, and someone steps up and they ask the same question that's actually on my mind, and I'm like, fuck, thank God they actually asked it. I didn't want to do it myself. So we encourage that. Anyone else that would like to ask, we'd love to hear from you.
Well, as no one else is talking, go again. No, I'm joking.
You're fine, man. It's a dead silence.
Will tell you, I never stop asking questions. You can't actually shut me up most of the time. So yeah, never shy to talk. But no, you've answered my questions brilliantly, and you'll be seeing me weekly, and in a couple of months' time, you'll be thinking, "Oh God, here's Brad."
That's fine, man. And I think you're looking at this with the long-term potential in mind, and it's clear from your questions. So look, I encourage you to do what Dilo and the rest of the team is proposing. That's absolutely fantastic for the ecosystem. And he's somebody that's really stood out too. I think he's going to be a fantastic syndicate founder and leader for you, because he's been asking and getting a lot of information that we've seen, and he's gearing himself up. So I'm glad to hear you're over there. He's somebody we absolutely respect. That's why he's been given and trusted that responsibility and position and opportunity to work at it and make it great. So with that, we're gonna be bringing, like I said earlier, SK in here and have him go further into explaining the strategies for success, and how our system really stands out, because he knows it like the back of his hand. He has over 10,000 people under him currently in Drip, and being able to tap into somebody like that who's been advising me on making those upgrades and those changes for longevity has been a blessing, and really what I wanted to do before going on this journey of launching this. Because if you're just going to be lazy and copy and paste what everyone else is doing, then what are you doing? What makes you different? And what's gonna be innovative to attract those other people? What's gonna make it fair for down the line, 6 months from now, a year from now, that folks are gonna want to get involved? It has to be fair to everyone, regardless of when you show up here. And us being here first and getting ourselves in that great position, and then having the education to teach others how to follow in our footsteps, and then seeing them have that growth is going to be quite rewarding financially. But I think even more than that, from the level of of helping other people to get the most out of it, the same way we have, to see that change that we're experiencing, and get those wins that we're all enjoying as well.
Hey, Atlas, I got a question there. Am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead. We hear you
Yeah.
quite well.
Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, great project. I mean, I heard about this through my boy Rude. He put me on it. I kind of missed the baked beans. Not missed, but I missed that particular um 4 month run up. So I know
Mhm.
with with Crow, it's going to be pretty cool to be in this. So the question is that I'm looking at this project as it being long term. So just to confirm here, if I was just to continue compounding and not do the 6 to 1, I'm not going to get like, I guess, tax or whatnot in regards to my rewards, correct? I'm just building up my compounding. I can continue that, correct? Because I'm not strapped for cash or looking for any kind of rewards right now. I'm looking at this project long term. So if I was to keep compounding for X amount of months, is that going to be an issue, or do I have to comply with the 6 to 1,
No,
ratio?
no, no,
Okay.
no issue at all. It's actually healthy for the system. It's going to put you, you're going to go up the ranks,
Cool. Good.
mathematically, in the way the smart contract is working. So you're absolutely, if you're able to do that, going to do better for your personal investment, and as well adding, more of a floor to the whole LTV of the project. So it's absolutely wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you're also thinking, having the foresight to understand that the longer you stay in that claiming, the more of a position that you're getting yourself, not to detriment or to add any, let's say, negative application of playing yourself once a week. Those folks that follow that, it's really set out there to keep you at the optimum level, right?
Mm,
So that you're able to get those initials back fairly quickly, and you're also able to compound those 6 days to get the multiplier that's coming in from the compound, right? So we want to preach that. We want to get everyone to follow that as a minimum, bare minimum. We don't want folks coming, and saying, "Hey, I put $1,000 and I'm getting, $20 a day. That's 2%. What's going on here? That's not what I understood. That's not what's going on." And then we'd have to ask that gentleman or woman, say, how many times did you hit the claim button? Let's analyze this. And did someone tell you the 6 to 1? So it's sort of a fail-safe strategy to keep everyone in that optimal position. But that is a great strategy. And like I said before, there's other people that are seeing that there's a claim day as we just started. We know where the majority of the folks are having the claim, which we again encourage everyone to get that payday or that weekly payout, and they're ready with big bags to come in and take and seize that opportunity, because there'll be more space with the LTV going down for them to get more of the Eon.
sure. All right. Well,
Great
thanks a
question.
lot for thanks for answering that there, Atlas. Again, great project. I don't know you personally. I know Rude, and I mean, again, he's the guy that I give the utmost respect to. And I know that him being on this project, I got like literally zero worries about it. So for me, it's all about longevity. Not really trying to get the reward every, I guess once a week. I'm just gonna let that thing cook until it's time, right? So again, great project on it and looking forward to it. what
Hey, man, thank you for stepping up and asking those questions and sharing with us what your strategy is that may encourage some other people that are not financially needing that payday, and they have a ambition to grow up into the system and get a more optimal position as the folks that need to or want to recover that investment. So congratulations to you, man, and Rude. Yeah. No words, but respect and appreciation. He's been also very vital to us, consulting us on the project. His guidance is something that if you're not taking his advice, I think you're doing a disservice to yourself as a developer and also to the community and their overall project. So he's been a blessing, and his support undoubtedly, especially with the folks that he's brought in. To the initial founders, we could call it the seed, the private part. Those guys are people that he's known for a while. That he's told me just personally, hey, they haven't dumped on me ever, and he was very instrumental in providing that floor. And a guy that I've seen personally, where other people are having problems in their projects. He's come in to save the day and put a lot of money into it if he knows who the guys are and what the situation is. And sometimes that's opportunity, and he has the wisdom, the experience to analyze not only the contract, but really the people. Oh, speaking of him, Rude, man, we're throwing roses at your feet over here with the big CEO talking about how much he respects you and appreciates you referring him over to the project. He says, like, if Rude is consulting and helping out and giving the good referral, he's here and feeling comfortable for long term. Is there anything you want to say, Rude?
No, man, guys, I'm sick. I don't feel great. So
We'll let you lay back there, drink some tea. Cool, man. We appreciate you, man. Is there anybody else that wants to say something? I actually see that Steve has come in, and he's been working like a maniac. Do you want to give him the rundown on the marketing, the updates?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry I'm late, guys, and happy to be here. Happy to have everyone here. We got 48 people in the voice chat today, and we are going to be hitting 1,000 members, I would guess, any minute here. So we are growing organically. We're growing quick, and we're growing in the right way, where education is really the most important factor here. We want to make sure everybody understands the project. So therefore, we are working on a video right now that's going to be able to be a tool that each one of you are able to use, and you're going to be able to go out. You can go and shill your referral code, your referral link, and make sure that you're getting the most effective results out of you going out shilling and helping the project, helping yourself, your families, however you want to look at it. It's something where we are working hard to get you the tools, and this will tie in with the token that's going to be launching here in the coming days, coming weeks, and with the symbiotic relationship between the two and what's going to be coming in the future, there is nothing but happy hills and blue skies here. However, we are also going to be coming up with some professional shill messages for you. I hate using the word shill, but it is what it is. That's what it is. When you go out and you promote the project, there's a better term. You will have the shill templates where you can use which ones you want. You can just change your referral link in there. You can edit it as needed if you want to put a personal touch on it. And then you'll also have the video to be used for if somebody has any questions or anything that's not covered in the video. We more than encourage you, we plead with you to bring them to the group here. Let's get them educated, make sure that they understand the project and the utilities it offers and the bright future it's going to have. In addition to that, we are going to be doing some conventional crypto marketing here. It will be starting tomorrow. Some of it will be starting tonight. As of right now, it's hard to believe, but we have spent a whopping $0 on marketing. This is organically grown, and if you look at any of the other similar projects out there, we are moving at light speed, and that's a beautiful thing. It's great for the project. Just a note to the gentleman speaking before this, if you're financially able, by all means, yeah, keep compounding. This is a long-term project. This is not a pump and dump. It's not a 2-weeker, and it is not I will rug you Inu. However, we encourage everybody, take some profit, get your wins, get your initial back, however you want to look at basically what you need in your life and what you need for yourselves, for your families, however you want to look at it. We want everybody to win on this. It's something from the bottom of my heart. I want to see everybody win, and I want to see everybody doing much better than how they were before. But thank you very much for letting me speak here, Atlas.
For that wonderful update, man. Very necessary, and we're going to continue to do this every night. Come here, update the community. I'm getting an echo. Is that you, Rude? Thank you, sir. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, there we go. The echo's gone. So yeah, guys, we're going to continue to do this on a nightly basis. Connect here with the community, open it up before you can talk to us, and of course the update from Steve with the marketing and any information that you guys really need to continue to stay plugged in and do your compounding and bring your referrals and optimize your investment, as well as those of the other people that you're bringing in, having that comfort with what we're doing here and where we're going. We're way ahead of what we really were anticipating, and as we unfold and get ready for the phase 2, we're very excited and have a lot planned for you guys as we continue to move forward. Is there anyone else that maybe wants to join us here, ask a question, or make a comment?
Yeah, I did, if you don't mind.
Of course. Go right ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. And thank you to you guys for working so hard, and the community for being so absolutely incredible. What we've done for everyone to make it a little bit easier to help educate the community is we've set up a list of filters, and you can use these filters to spend less time, typing something out. We already have pictures up, very helpful information, FAQ. So if you type in filters here, it'll bring them up, and I'll run through kind of each one of them briefly. We have the / announcements. All of these commands will be /. That way Rose isn't spamming with replies and bringing these up. So you will have to type / whatever you're looking for. The first one is announcements. For our announcement channel, we have discipline for the people who are overclaiming, tokenomics to go over that, WhitePaper, I am price for those who are asking about the price for it. It describes it for you as well. Hashtags for Twitter, initial, it tells you about your initial deposit, website, the bridge to use, the revamp on the platform we're going to be using, tweets, that encourages users to share their tweets that way we can trend on Twitter and get the proper exposure that we need leading up to marketing. We have the safe route as well. So it'll tell you basically, how this is unruggable and how the tokens are locked and so on and so forth. There's FAQ for frequently asked questions, RPC for those who have not updated their Chronos RPC, and then there's the TVL, and that kind of describes the TVL, total value locked for those of you new investors. So I hope you all like it, and that's what I had to share. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, Fortunate. We appreciate you doing that. That's going to give us some very necessary tools to make our life a little easier as we want to contribute and answer questions and get people the information they need quickly and efficiently without clogging up the chat too much. However, it's never really a problem if we have to take the time and walk someone through that, or if we want to move it over to a private message like you did tonight with Mark. Appreciate you doing that. So those tools are fantastic, very necessary, and will make everyone's life a little easier and guide everyone to exactly the points that they're asking about. So again, fantastic work. Let me see if there's anyone else before we go ahead and finish the stream. We've got 2 minutes before our next meeting that we need to jump on. So we'd love to maybe hear from one more person if anyone's out there.
Just a big thanks for all the work you guys are doing. The math checks out so far. It's been a few days, but I'm here. If the math keeps checking out this way, this is the long-term play. Thanks a lot for everything you guys do.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for the comment and support. It's not just about us. We're here to do the right thing and create the environment that you guys can invest in and promote it and get you all set up. But it's really down to the community to get involved, to learn how to actually optimize their investment and educate others, because the growth is what's going to make this have the longevity. I don't care what anyone else might say or think. That's really what it's about. And we can't keep it sustainable unless we're all in the same page, if we're all having the most optimized strategy, and everyone that we bring behind us also understands it. That's what's going to give us the results we want. So it starts with every single one of you having that responsibility towards your investment, putting the commitment and understanding the sacrifice and what it's worth, and how to really capitalize on it. So for us, we're grateful. We're happy with what we're seeing. We're constantly monitoring the contract, seeing if there's anyone that maybe didn't understand it and is claiming and actually hurting their investment overall. And we're seeing very positive results from that on a constant basis. So that shows us, hey, people are understanding it. They got it right. They're growing, and they're bringing people in. And as we grow that, we're all going to see the results. We're all going to reap the rewards together here, and especially those that come after. They see a stable, safe environment with great people that are talking to each other with respect, that are willing to help and have that attitude that there's no stupid question, that they're hey, go here, and like in a sense of not really taking care of them, not really having some empathy. There's going to be folks that show up that don't have any clue what this is about, and we'll have the token launching with the phase 2, and they'll be asking some questions that you'll be able to tell right away, hey, this person doesn't know anything of what's going on here, and they're missing the whole point of this. They're missing the whole opportunity. And as the investors and people that we want to kind of talk to that person and say, hey, wait, by the way, do you understand what this is about? Can we help you? Because you're really able to maximize it if you do. And there's going to be a lot of, I think, of opportunities there for some of you, if you want to take it upon yourselves to spend time with that person, maybe bring them under you. We do encourage everyone to be respectful. If someone's helping another person that's having that question, don't try to butt in and push your way into getting that person off of them. That's something ugly. It's something that if we see it, we're going to definitely address it. But I think overall we're all adults here and understand how to respect each other, and make sure that if somebody is working with somebody, give them the respect to follow through, right? We don't want an environment where people are just out here poaching and being rude to each other. And because if I walked into a place like that, I'd leave immediately. I wouldn't want to be around. And as long as we keep that in focus and in mind, I think that the environment, the whole vibe is going to be really fantastic. So thank you for that question. I have to go to the next meeting, and I always want to be on time. So look, everyone, thank you for being here. This is our 3rd podcast. We'll be back tomorrow for the 4th, gearing up to seeing a lot of these folks that are going to come and take their first part of the initial out. That's quite exciting. It'll be a lot of fun. And I'll leave you guys here. We're going to go ahead and end the recording. if we don't mind, and hang out, ask questions, and just
Atlas,
yes, sir. Go ahead.
how are you? One little thing. It's 3 a.m. in the morning here, so if we could have those discussions, AMS, a tad earlier, that would be great.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do understand that, but this is the time that we've been able to, from my past experience, find that it's the most optimal time to get the most traction with folks from the East Coast and the West Coast of the United States, and even some of the folks over in the UK, European region, as yourself. The Australians too, waking up. So I do apologize if it's not comfortable for you. Maybe you're not able to come here and participate personally during the hours. However, we are recording, and we are posting that for everyone to
Yeah.
see the next
Yeah,
day
okay.
and hear it. But you can always reach out to me or any of the other founders and members of the team if you do need anything to be answered. We're here for you, man.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Okay, and it's great to see you here. And again, looking forward to seeing you more. Again, guys, I hate to have to rush off, but we do have a meeting. At least I do, and we'll remain here. Fortunate here. A lot of the other guys are going to continue to take over in the session for tonight. But I think we did a great job and had a couple of people ask some great questions, give some good comments and support, and sharing their strategies as they want to actually sit more on the side to grow faster. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice.